Get ready, race fans. NASCAR is back in Music City with a new name, the Cracker Barrel 400. Guitars, fast cars, and the comfort of Cracker Barrel's country hospitality. May 30th through June 1st. The action kicks off Friday night at Nashville Super Speedway with the Rackley Roofing 200. Then the Tennessee Lottery 250 on Saturday. And Sunday night, NASCAR's top stars under the lights in the Cracker Barrel 400. Get your tickets now at NashvilleSuperspeedway.com.
Are you the biggest race fan? Our friends at Rackley Roofing want to send you to the Rackley 200 Craftsman Truck Series race at the Nashville Super Speedway on May 30th. Go to your favorite Main Street Media page and click the Enter to Win banner. We will see you at the track.
Jones & Lang Sporting Goods here in Columbia has been outfitting teams, officials, and anybody else from T-ball to college for 50 plus years. Be sure and check them out at 931-388-8060 or online at jonesandlang.com. Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 2 minutes.
Let's be real. The odds of a high school athlete getting a college scholarship and making it to the pros are pretty slim. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to dream of becoming a pro athlete, even a famous one. But that's not why I play. My reason why? I love the competition.
My reason why is community.
My reason why is leadership.
My reason why is to challenge myself.
My reason why is love for the game.
And hey, if we don't make it to the pros or onto the cover of Sports Illustrated, that's okay, because there's every reason to believe we'll excel in something even bigger than sports. We'll excel in life.
There are lots of great reasons to play high school sports. Tell us your reason using the hashtag #MyReasonWhy.
Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 1 minute.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Coming to you live from the geographic center of the state of Tennessee, it is Spring Fling HQ. Hello, everybody. Chip Walters along with Dan Hughes and David Lambert bringing you 6 more hours of coverage today of Spring Fling 32, the Spring Sports Carnival for TSSAA, where championships across the board are starting to be crowned. And this is day 3 of this Spring Fling. And today we're starting to get team championships in softball and soccer. And in softball, we've already had one state championship claimed already, and elimination games across the span in softball and baseball are starting to take place, and we're starting to see championship games being set up, and that's going to be happening throughout the day today. We do have some news on the Division I baseball championship games. We'll give you that coming up in the next quarter hour. But right now, Dan Hughes, who has kept his focus lasered in on softball all week, has a big update with a lot of games that have been played this morning, including our first state championship game. Dan?
The state championship in AA of Division II. Chattanooga Christian claims the championship. That is their first softball championship. Chattanooga Christian beat St. Benedict by the score of 3-0. The winning pitcher was Kylie Black. 1 hit, 12 strikeouts, allowed 1 hit with 12 strikeouts. Hannah Smith, a 2 RBI single in the 5th. And Chattanooga Christian scored all 3 of their runs in the 5th inning. Again, the final score, Chattanooga Christian 3, St. Benedict 0. Congratulations to Chattanooga Christian with their first softball championship.
They got by what was the elephant in the room, and that was Baylor. And now here they are in the state, winning a state championship.
And they'll take that back to Chattanooga.
Yep.
The 12:30 is the start time for Class A of Division II. It'll be DCA out of Donaldson, and then they'll play Silverdale out of Chattanooga. Mm-hmm. Very possible Chattanooga could take 2 championships back to their home.
And that was because Chattanooga was kind of the original cradle of softball in Tennessee, and so they have had powerhouses there all along.
Let's update you now on games going on as we speak. In Class 1A at the Starplex, Brewston Hollow Rock 4-3 over Gordonsville. And in the top of the 4th, it's Eagleville 3, Joe Burns 1. And Class 1A and Class 2A, 2 games, of course, going on. Community leading Liberty Creek, make that Liberty Creek leading Community 9-1. And it's Alcoa over Forest. They lead 7-0. In Class 3A, McNairy Central leads DeKalb County 6-3. That game's in the top of the 3rd. And the bottom of the 2nd, Gibbs leads Creekwood 1-0. And at McKnight in Class 4A, it is Green Hill 4, Stewart's Creek 2, and Walker Valley in the bottom of the 4th leads Page 8-6. So that catches you up on where we are now. But we started at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right. And so a lot of things have been happening in girls softball, kind of looking at the brackets of what is going on and how things are getting closer. You mentioned the Gordonsville Hollow Rock Brewston game. That one is moving. If Gordonsville wins, they would play in the bracket championship, or actually this is the bracket championship. It would move them into the championship round, which would be played tomorrow at 3 at MTSU. If Hollow Rock Brewston wins this game, then there would be an if game coming up at 4 o'clock today. On the bottom half of that bracket, you've got Eagleville and Joe Burns. They started again somewhere around 11 o'clock. Eagleville right now has the lead. They are the team out of the winner's bracket, and they're trying to get to the championship round as well. Joe Burns trying to force an extra game in that. Division 1 Class 2A. Again, we're in the exact same spot. We're in the bracket finals of the upper and lower parts of the bracket. the Liberty Creek community game. Liberty Creek with a big lead there. If they hold that 9-1 lead, they will be in the 6:30 championship game tomorrow, or 5:30 championship game tomorrow at MTSU. The Alcoa Forest matchup. Alcoa is the winner's bracket team. They have a 7-0 lead, as Dan told you. And if they win, they would move into the finals as well. Forest would have to win to force an if game in there as well. Division I, Class 3A, DeKalb County and McNairy Central. That one got underway at 11 o'clock as well. And McNairy Central leading that one. And if that holds, there would be an if game at 2 o'clock. DeKalb County would need to come back to get into the championship game. But right now it's McNairy Central that is looking to try to force a bracket final. The Gibbs and Creekwood game, that one, let's see, where is that one on the screen there? Oh, there it is. And that one got started a little bit late, right, Dan?
Right. The game before went extra innings.
Yeah, but Gibbs is the winner's bracket team here. Right now they have a 1-0 lead, still too early to make any sort of predictions on. But if they can win that, it would put them in the championship as well. And in Class 4A, right now, Green Hill and Stewart's Creek are matching up for a second time. They played a 27-run game yesterday morning, right out of the gate, a 15-12 game. And right now, Green Hill has a 6-2 lead on Stewart's Creek, trying to eliminate the Red Hawks. And Green Hill, if they win, would make it to tomorrow's 12:30 championship game at MTSU. Stewart's Creek trying to force an if game later today. And then Walker Valley and Page, as we had talked about, 8-6. Walker Valley with the lead. They are coming out of the winner's bracket. Page trying to force an if game. So right now, if things hold, you would have a Walker Valley Green Hill championship game tomorrow at 12:30. And Dan, just to kind of let folks know how the brackets are set up, if you remember back several years ago, when the College World Series in baseball started, and kind of for television, you would win your half of the bracket, and it was all double elimination, and it would be a one-game showdown for the championship. And that's how these brackets are set up as well in Division I. Division II is not the case. There could be if games, and a lot of that, it has to do with the number of fields that are needed and all of that. But the Division I side of things is all it's a one-game showdown once you get to the championship game. But again, we've got 8 games going on right now that could determine whether we have teams in championship games, or if they're going to force a second bracket final game. So a lot of stuff going on.
That's right. And a lot of play already this morning, beginning at 9 o'clock. Do you want me to run down those scores?
Let's do that, if you don't mind.
Okay, and 1A, Hollow Rock, Brewston, 14, Halls 2, and Madison Holder was the winning pitcher. McGee went 3 for 4. It was a 9-run fourth for Hollow Rock. And Joe Burns, 9-0 over North Green. Yates was the winning pitcher, 13 strikeouts in 5 innings. And Yates had 1 hit and 2 for 3 at the plate. Joe Burns scored 5 runs in the 4th inning, 17 strikeouts combined pitching for Joe Burns. What a day's work that was. In 2A, it was Community 3, Westview 2. Prince was the winning pitcher with 16 strikeouts. All the scoring in this ball game came in the final inning. And Forest in 2A defeated Watertown 11-1. Taylor Moreland threw a 4-hitter. Chilton had a home run and 3 RBIs, 4 runs in the 5th, 6 runs in the 6th inning. Again, Forest 11, Watertown 1. McNary beat Unicoi County at 9 o'clock this morning, 3-0. Shelton threw a 1-hitter, 10 strikeouts. She also was 2 for 3 at the plate. Tie was broke in the 6th inning, 1 run in the 6th and 2 in the 7th for McNary County. They win it 3-0. And Creekwood over Heritage. This one went a ways. Martin with 9 strikeouts. She's the winning pitcher for Creekwood. Kendall Bryant 3 for 4 with a triple. Extra innings, it was tied 3-3. Martin doubled. Killebrew bunted in the winning RBI, and Creekwood beat Heritage 4-3. And Class 4A, it was Stewart Creek over Dixon County 8-4. Brawley was the winning pitcher. Sandifer a home run, 3 RBIs. Stewart Creek has scored 5 in the 3rd. Dixon County all 4 runs in the 6th inning. And it was Page 5, Rossview 3. The winning pitcher was Ashley Johnson. 2 home runs by Mackenzie Smith for Page in that ball game. And that catches you up to what happened beginning at 9 o'clock this morning.
All right, we are off and running today, and congratulations to our first softball champion, that being in Division II Class 2A. Chattanooga Christian claims the title. They'll take it back to Southeast Tennessee. We'll step aside. Our first break of the day comes here on Spring Fling HQ. More from Murfreesboro after this on the TSSAA Network.
I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
Busy Bee. Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy Bee,
Now ready, guys.
Call 775-7833.
Custom Stone Handlers supplies over 600 distributors and suppliers with quality stone products. Along with Riverstone, we produce and distribute over 100 building, landscape, and other bulk products. Our goal is to provide quality products, service, and partnerships to ensure our customers' success. We firmly believe the measure of any person or company is how you treat other people and customers. Give them a call at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStoneHandlers.com.
If you want the latest in weather conditions, be sure to tune in to our Busy Bee Plumbing Weather Report each weekday on Mornings on Main Street. Brought to you, of course, by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. We will keep you updated on the latest conditions outside, like severe weather, heat, snow, rain, and even hail.
Oh. Today's student athletes are truly special, but there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games too, like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all, we need more qualified high school officials here in Tennessee. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Rob. Yeah.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Stay tuned for more live coverage on Spring Fling HQ. Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 1 minute.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Tennessee. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This hour of Spring Fling HQ brought to you by Moe's and their 2 Rutherford County locations. The brand new Moe's Southwest Grill just opened in Smyrna. Get ready for crowd-pleasing catering and flavor-packed favorites like made-to-order burritos, fresh tacos, and more. Only a mile and a half off I-24 in Sam Ridley by Hobby Lobby. Welcome to Moe's, and welcome in to David Lambert, who we will not call him Mo today. He is Dave.
Thanks. I'm Curly.
That's right. And just like we did in our last segment, getting a complete rundown on softball, we'll do the same for baseball here. To kind of just, if you're just joining our coverage today, the rain and storms that came through on Tuesday forced baseball to be backed up throughout the entire schedule by a full day. And so we're where we would normally be on Friday, or Wednesday, we're now on Thursday, and our championship games in Division II will now be tomorrow instead of today. And in Division I, they will be on Saturday. And that change, one thing we can tell folks right now is that the schedule for the Division I baseball championship games has been changed due to impending potential weather
again,
and playing in which had the schedule going from 10 a.m. until 9 o'clock that night. It's going to be split up, and the 4 championship games will now be played simultaneously at different sites. Class A will be at Middle Tennessee Christian School. Class 2A will be at Riverdale. Class 3A at Siegel, and Class 4A will be at Oakland High School, and those games will start at 11 o'clock across the board. So, and they will all be streamed on the NFHS network, just as they would have been at MTSU, but these will be coming from 4 different sites.
And it's very fortunate that the TSSAA has the staff to figure this out ahead of time and get everything done before any potential weather gets here.
That's right. So looking at the forecast, they thought it was the prudent move to go ahead and compact the schedule and play all the games at 11 a.m. And try to avoid any weather and allow people to go ahead and get back home on this Memorial Day weekend. That being said, let's catch folks up to where we are right now.
Okay, so today is elimination day in baseball, just like softball. And so the first game this morning at 10 a.m. at Wilson Central saw Whitwell and Bradford squaring off, and Bradford won that game 5-2, and they advance to play. Let's see, they will
play the loser of McKenzie and Coalfield.
Yeah, that comes up at 12:30.
Correct.
This afternoon. Bradford scored 3 runs in the 8th inning. It was tied 2-2 at that time, and they ended up with 8 hits and 2 errors, whereas Whitwell had 7 hits and 3 errors in the game. The key performers for both teams, we like to share the wealth because there was a lot of hitting and running in this game. Carver Cates for Bradford went 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Caden Brower also went 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Braden Riley was the big hitter for Whitwell. He went 3 for 4. And Whitwell's Jacob McCurry ended up being the winning pitcher, and he recorded 15 strikeouts in 6 innings of work, so a complete game for him in that game. The other game in 1A was East Robertson Union City, and it was East Robertson blanking Union City 10-0. Union City committed 6 errors in the game, which led to 5 unearned runs, and there's not much you can do about that.
That's right. And now East Robertson will play the winner of or will play the loser of today's 12:30 game between Eagleville and University School of Johnson City.
And that's going to be an uphill battle if it's Eagleville because they've won 3 championships in a row, so they're on a run. Kaysen Young for East Robertson went 3 for 4 with a home run, 3 runs scored, and had an RBI. And East Robertson stole 8 bases in the game. Here's something that we're going to try to keep up with a little bit more today, and that's pitch count. Some of these pitchers have really thrown the ball well already this morning.
That's right. And we've got that's something we can do in a segment in like probably in the next hour, talk about how pitch counts work. And because you're right, people are starting to have to come out of the losers bracket, and those arms will start getting some use, and coaches are going to have to start juggling that.
Well, in this 1A game, East Robertson and Union City, Mac Luckett was the winning pitcher, and he threw a complete game just like the previous game. He allowed just 4 hits, but he only threw 78 pitches, which is really
pretty
minimal. Yeah. In 2A, it was Westview 2, Sweetwater 0, and Anderson Carey for Westview threw another complete game. There's been a lot of those this morning, and it was a shutout. His line was 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, 2 bases on ball, and 4 strikeouts. Westview scored in the 5th inning on a throwing error, and then again in the 6th on an error. So both of the runs were scored on errors by Sweetwater, and they had 4 for that game. In Class 2A, it's Forest 3, Alcoa 2. That's a final score. And so Alcoa is eliminated. Forest scored all their runs in the first 2 innings, 2 in the first and 1 in the second inning. And Alcoa scored both of their runs in 1 inning in the 4th inning when Kyler Clark hit a 2 RBI single after some people got on base. Allen pitched another complete game. As we were finding out this morning, that's been the rule rather than the exception. Forest, and he only allowed 2 hits in that game. So Forest 3, Alcoa 2.
They have rocketed their way into the next round of the losers bracket. They'll play the loser of today's Liberty Creek Lakeland Prep game, which will be coming up at 12:30 out at Stewart's Creek.
Yeah, the first Class 3A game between Tullahoma and Anderson County was played at 10 a.m. and Tullahoma, the defending champion, defeated Anderson County 3-0. Balin Tootin pitched a complete game for Tullahoma. He's something else. It was a 1-hitter for him, 12 strikeouts.
He's really good.
And he only walked 4 batters in the entire ball game.
Yeah, and Tullahoma was upset yesterday by White House 3-2. White House came into the tournament with only 19 wins. Tullahoma was a 30-win ball club. Now they're trying to battle their way back out of the losers bracket.
Well, and they had an explosive 3rd inning because all 3 of their runs in this game came in the 3rd inning. Andrew Fulmer was the big hitter for Tullahoma. He went 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs. In Class 3A, it's a final now. South Gibson 4, Chester County 3. The winning pitcher in that game for South Gibson is Jack Bradbury. He went 5 innings, 1 earned run and 7 strikeouts. So that's pretty impressive. Although Chester County's Jaden Weaver, he was also impressive over 3 innings. He did have 3 earned runs. South Gibson scored in each of the first 4 innings and built up a 4-0 lead, and Chester County just was not able to overcome that. Chester County actually collected 6 hits, but they left 8 runners on base. It's easy for me to say. Oh my gosh. So,
and South Gibson, by the way, will play the loser of Greenville and Upperman, which will play at 12:30 today in Smyrna.
Yeah, and I think some of those games have already started. We'll run those down, the ones that are now in progress when we get finished here. Oak Ridge defeated Blackman 6-1 in 4A action. Started at 10 a.m. And in that game, Mike Teasley for Oak Ridge had 2 RBIs, including a 2-run double, and Parker Free had 2 hits and 2 RBIs for Oak Ridge. So the bats were working for the Wildcats today. Oak Ridge scored 2 runs in the 3rd inning and then 4 runs in the 5th inning. The story of this game was Blackman left 12 runners on base. And boy, when you do that, and like you said yesterday, if you're not scoring runs, you're not winning.
That's right. And Oak Ridge will now play the loser of Green Hill and Clarksville. They begin here in just a couple of minutes, or actually about right now, just down the street at Oakland High School.
Okay, the other 4A tournament action was Independence and Rossview, and Independence was successful in that match. They defeated Rossville 3-1. Carter Cumming for Independence went 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, and the winning pitcher was Caleb Carpenter for Independence. He had a complete game again. We keep saying that, but these complete games are really becoming a norm from what we're seeing from the 10 a.m. games. We'll see what happens this afternoon. And he only had 4 hits against him, 1 run and 6 strikeouts. And Independence scored in the 1st, 2nd, and 4th innings. It's funny, both teams had 4 hits in the game, but Independence drew 5 walks and had 2 batsmen hit by pitches.
Yep. Independence will now play the loser of Farragut and Siegel, who are just about to start at Siegel High School. So that's going to be a huge crowd over at Siegel right now. And then whoever Independence plays tonight at 5 o'clock, either Farragut or Siegel, that's going to be a big crowd as well.
Yeah, it's going to be crowded over there all day long today.
Absolutely it is. And we've got another beautiful day of weather here. The wind has changed from when it's still going pretty good today. So that's what we have on baseball right now that we need to get a break in, if that's all right. We'll do another update here in the next hour. We'll do a scoreboard whip around before the end of the hour. But right now, time for us to step aside and get a break in as you listen to our coverage of the 32nd Spring Fling here in Murfreesboro on Spring Fling HQ from the TSSAA Network.
Being in Tennessee, we wanted to try to keep it as local as possible, so we have an entire section of our menu that is just dedicated to local whiskeys like Uncle Nearest, Jack Daniels, of course, George Dickel, Nelson Brothers, Greenbrier whiskey, and all of our taps are all local. From 2 o'clock until midnight, we've got food every day for you guys. A good handful of appetizers, some entrees, and a couple salads and things like that. My name is Ethan Kanata. Please come down and see us at the Pick Lobby Bar here at the Omni in Nashville.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Stay tuned for more live coverage on Spring Fling HQ.
Let's be real. The odds of a high school athlete getting a college scholarship and making it to the pros are pretty slim. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to dream of becoming a pro athlete, even a famous one. But that's not why I play. My reason why? I love the competition.
My reason why is community.
My reason why is leadership.
My reason why is to challenge myself.
My reason why is love for the game.
And hey, if we don't make it to the pros or onto the cover of Sports Illustrated, that's okay, because there's every reason to believe we'll excel in something even bigger than sports. We'll excel in life.
There are lots of great reasons to play high school sports. Tell us your reason using the hashtag #MyReasonWhy.
This message presented by the NFHS and the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association.
Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 1 minute.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Tennessee did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Spring Fling HQ comes to you from Sportscom here in Murfreesboro, and looking out over McKnight Park and softball games that are going on there. We have a good view of the Stewart's Creek Green Hill game, and just saw a young lady from Green Hill go yard and extend their lead. And David rejoins me after we went off the air yesterday. There was a good bit of soccer played out at Richard Siegel Soccer Complex on the north side of Murfreesboro, and we kind of want to get folks here in this initial hour kind of an update on where we stand on everything. And it's our first look of the day at what went on the pitch at Siegel Soccer Complex.
Yeah, we had two that started at 6:30 and two started at 7. And at the 6:30 action, it was Bartlett 2, Siegel 1. And so Bartlett moves on. The key, I guess, statistic in that game was that Bartlett goals came at 7:34, right near the beginning of the match, and then right near the end of the match at 52:06 on the clock. Logan Carr scored at 7:34, and Arturo Ramirez for Bartlett scored there, and each one of them were assisted by Arturo Ramirez and Maddox Terwilliger from Bartlett. So 2-0, Bartlett defeats its Siegel. It was Cookeville beating Houston yesterday, 2-1, and a very highly contested match. Cookeville improved to 21-2 on the season, and Houston falls to 15-3-5. Jonathan Gomez of Cookeville scored both goals for his team in that match, and John Adams scored the lone goal for Houston in the first half. And the 7 p.m. games, Hardin Valley over Bearden 3-2. The key thing there, Bearden led 1-0 at halftime and 2-0 in the 55th minute. But then Hardin Valley scored 3 goals in a 10-minute span in the second period, starting in the 58th minute, and then it's completed in the 68th minute, and they scored 3.
In soccer, that is a flurry.
A flurry.
Yes.
Not snow flurries.
No.
But, it ended up, and that was the difference in the game. Hardin Valley 3, Bearden 2. And another highly contested match yesterday. It was Hendersonville blanking Franklin 1-0, and Landon Urisic scored the game's only goal with 34-35 in the first half, and then the rest of the match was just back and forth up and down the field. No one else scored, and Hendersonville was victorious 1-0 over Franklin.
Yeah, Hendersonville had more shots on goal, and they got the 1-0 win, but Gabriel Kreider, the goalkeeper for Franklin, had 9 saves. So it could have been, he did a great job of keeping Hendersonville out as much as he could. But, it was kind of an onslaught on him.
Looking at the soccer action all day yesterday, I think 9 saves was the most saves in any of the matches that we had yesterday.
So yeah. That is up to date on that, correct?
Correct.
All right. What we can give you now is we're going to move over to track and field, and we have some championships, team championships. We gave you a lot of the individuals yesterday, and these will be the team champions from Class A and AA. You have, let's first of all, in girls, Class A, Liberty Creek wins the girls Class A team championship with 111 points. Memphis East finishes second with 98 points. Brainerd third with 52. East Nashville Magnet School fourth with 44. And University School of Johnson City finishes fifth with 42 total points. The Division I Class A Boys Championship, Union City wins it by a score of with 95 points. Tyner Academy with 83 finishes second. Memphis East with 37 points finishes third. Memphis Middle College with 36 finishes fourth. And Whites Creek in fifth place with 29 points. Those are your Division I Class A boys and girls team champions. We're going to step aside real quick, and we're going to be continuing to talk about track, as today it is AAA track and unified track and field going on at MTSU, and Colby Coulter will be joining us after the break to talk all about it right here on Spring Fling HQ from the TSSAA Network.
Hey, let's go Strokes. People are amazed at the variety and quality of guests we bring into Main Street Sports today. But when you've been in this business for nearly 40 years and you never throw away a phone number, it's pretty easy. Right, Wade?
Absolutely. And Wynn agrees with me.
Check out some of our guests featured on Main Street Sports today.
Step back and catch my breath.
But I expect nothing less from you, big boy. Let's get going.
We make it work pretty good. So
the fans are tremendous. It's fantastic.
It was really amazing.
Come up.
Yeah.
From preps to pros, you never know who's going to stop by, so be sure to listen to and watch Main Street Sports today from 2 to 4 p.m. daily on the MSM TV app.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Tennessee. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the TSSAA.
Get ready, race fans. NASCAR is back in Music City with a new name, the Cracker Barrel 400. Guitars, fast cars, and the comfort of Cracker Barrel's country hospitality. May 30th through June 1st. The action kicks off Friday night at Nashville Super Speedway with the Rackley Roofing 200. Then the Tennessee Lottery 250 on Saturday. And Sunday night, NASCAR's top stars under the lights in the Cracker Barrel 400. Get your tickets now at NashvilleSuperspeedway.com.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Tennessee who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's condition. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 1 minute.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Tennessee, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who play high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back into Spring Fling HQ. This hour of coverage brought to you by Moe's Southwest Grills and their 2 Rutherford County locations. Time now to head to the track at MTSU, and we have had track and field going on since Tuesday. It is a busy day out at MTSU. Today is the AAA and Unified events, and Colby Coulter, the Unified Sports Coordinator for TSSAA and also with Special Olympics of Tennessee, joins us. And Colby, how is the wind affecting track and field today?
Believe it or not, the wind's actually died down compared to what we've seen for the last couple of days. So we're just happy for some sunshine.
That's good. That's good. Let's talk about unified track, unified sports in general, and how this is really taking hold and taking root across our state, and talk about the growth and kind of, I guess at first, kind of tell folks exactly what unified sports is.
Sure. So our unified division was created through a partnership with TSSAA and Special Olympics Tennessee. And what it does is it brings together students with intellectual disabilities and students without intellectual disabilities on one team to train and compete together underneath their school's logo. So we have 10 teams coming out here to compete today, all that qualified through their sectionals from across the state. And what they'll do is they're going to compete in 7 total events across the course of the day. And how we get those individual placements and their scores is we'll take the athlete, and the athlete will go and get a mark in their event. Then the partner will go and get a mark in the same event, and then we'll add those marks together. And then we'll determine placement from there. And they will, just like traditional track and field team scoring, they'll score points for their team based off of their placement. And we'll hand out some medals for the events and trophies to the teams.
I'm glad you explained how the scoring went, because I was always I was curious about that. At 1:30 today, unified long jump and unified shot put will take place. Coming up at 4 o'clock today, the 4x100 meter relay and also the unified 100 meter dash. Those are 4 of the events that will be taking place all at MTSU. And today it is mixed in with the AAA event. And I think one of the great parts of this is that the unified student athletes are treated just like the regular student athletes. While they may have special needs and they're special individuals, anytime they can be in the regular flow of their classmates, that's always a good thing.
Oh, 100%. I think the most eye-opening experience you can have is coming out to one of our unified events and seeing what these kids can do. As you said, that we've really taken hold and grown here in Tennessee, and each year a competitive level gets up just a little bit higher. And a lot of that comes from our varsity coaches stepping in and integrating their practices with the unified practices and getting our kids out there for a chance to work with coaches who are professionals in their disciplines. So our kids are getting an experience that they've never had before in the past, and that's all because of this partnership with TSSAA and Special Olympics.
How many schools right now across the state are participating in unified sports?
Yeah, so we have just over 60 total schools across the state, from Memphis all the way up to Kingsport. And everywhere in between. We've got just over 1,200 athletes and partners that compete in our unified division across the 3 sports that we offer at TSSAA. So in the fall, we offer unified flag football. The wintertime, we have bowling, and then, of course, track and field in spring. And next year, we're adding on some more. So we got unified cheer. That'll be coming to our girls' championship in November. And then we're going to kick off the middle school sports with unified middle school track next year.
All right. It's great that the opportunities are expanding, not only in adding new sports, but dipping into the middle school area as well. Give us an idea. What if a school, let's say there's an administrator that's listening today out there that does not have unified sports at their school, give us an idea of what they might need to do to add unified sports to their athletic offerings.
Yeah, so when we're meeting with schools that are interested, administrators, obviously a key part, but also that school athletic director, and then some kind of liaison out of the special ed department that is interested in kind of being feet on the ground for the students there at the school that are wanting to compete. And then from that point, we just set up a meeting because we have a lot of opportunities through Special Olympics Tennessee and Unified Champion Schools that offers these schools money and grant money to get these programs up and off the ground. So all these schools that are competing today, that's how they started the process. They came to us, and we did everything we could to support them to get their teams up and rolling.
While we have a minute, let's talk about your role with Tennessee Special Olympics, because Special Olympics and the unified sports with TSSAA kind of work hand in hand, and you work with both groups.
Yeah, I sure do. So we just came out of our state summer games, which brought out about 1,500 athletes from across the state to compete in sports like bocce and track and field, unified volleyball, all of those sports. And then we kind of take a break up until fall. And fall games, we'll see our fitness competition, which is a lot like a CrossFit variant, if you will, as well as flag football takes place then as well. And then into the winter games, you'll see things like skiing and speed skating that you might not see here in Nashville, but we go down the slope out there in Gatlinburg.
So where does the speed skating take place?
Yeah, so it is at Ober in Gatlinburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that sounds pretty cool. I'll tell you, I've worked. I've been a volunteer here in Rutherford County with the Special Olympics here that take place right there on the same track where you're standing right now, and the MTSU student athletes come out and help put those games on. And the question I have here as we kind of wrap up, obviously for the unified athletes that will be competing today, it's a very fulfilling type thing for them. The question is, who gets fulfilled more? The unified athletes or their abled athletes who are there to help them out, because it is a win-win situation. Nope, Colby, I think we lost you, but we were getting ready to wrap up there anyway. Our thanks to Colby Coulter, who gave us a ton of good information right there, and to as we wrap up our interview about unified sports, what we can do right now, there are 3 finals that have gone up on the board in softball here in the last couple of minutes, and one being in Class 1A. That is Eagleville defeating Joe Burns 11-1, and Eagleville moves into the championship game in Class 1A. So they are looking to be a school that is there and playing in a championship in both baseball and in softball. And that'll be in Class 2A coming up. And Dan, you have something there.
Yes, it has been set. The bracket set. The championship game's been set for 5:30 tomorrow on Friday at Middle Tennessee State University. Liberty Creek has defeated Community by the score of 12-1. Kinsley Belcher was the winning pitcher. Liberty Creek scored 4 in 4 of the 5 innings that it was played. Alcoa has defeated Forest, and the winning pitcher was Burkhart. Burgess was 2 for 3 at the plate, 3 RBIs, 5 runs in the third for Alcoa, and Liberty Creek and Alcoa advanced to the championship game 5:30 tomorrow at MTSU, and that is the 2A bracket. It's set championship game.
So again, that'll be happening what time tomorrow? Liberty Creek and Alcoa?
5:30.
5:30 at MTSU. We have our Division II Class A game, DCA and Silverdale, just underway there in the bottom of the second over at MTSU. That is our second championship. If DCA wins this one, then that is it for them. And also, if Silverdale wins, there would be an if game later. All right. Also, Brewston Hollow Rock leading Gordonsville by a score of 11-4. That is in Class 1A at Starplex Field number 1. This hour in the books. We'll have another hour of coverage coming up next here on the TSSAA Network.
Get ready, race fans. NASCAR is back in Music City with a new name, the Cracker Barrel 400. Guitars, fast cars, and the comfort of Cracker Barrel's country hospitality. May 30th through June 1st. The action kicks off Friday night at Nashville Super Speedway with the Rackley Roofing 200. Then the Tennessee Lottery 250 on Saturday. And Sunday night, NASCAR's top stars under the lights in the Cracker Barrel 400. Get your tickets now at NashvilleSuperspeedway.com.
Are you the biggest race fan? Our friends at Rackley Roofing want to send you to the Rackley 200 Craftsman Truck Series race at the Nashville Super Speedway on May 30th. Go to your favorite Main Street Media page and click the Enter to Win banner. We will see you at the track.
Jones & Lang Sporting Goods here in Columbia has been outfitting teams, officials, and anybody else from T-ball to college for 50 plus years. Be sure and check them out at 931-388-8060 or online at jonesandlang.com. Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Woohoo.
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special, but there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games too, like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all, we need more qualified high school officials here in Tennessee. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ralph.
Yeah.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Stay tuned for more live coverage on Spring Fling HQ. Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 2 minutes.
Let's be real. The odds of a high school athlete getting a college scholarship and making it to the pros are pretty slim. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to dream of becoming a pro athlete, even a famous one. But that's not why I play. My reason why? I love the competition.
My reason why is community.
My reason why is leadership.
My reason why is to challenge myself.
My reason why is love for the game.
And hey, if we don't make it to the pros or onto the cover of Sports Illustrated, that's okay, because there's every reason to believe we'll excel in something even bigger than sports. We'll excel in life.
There are lots of great reasons to play high school sports. Tell us your reason using the hashtag #MyReasonWhy.
Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 1 minute.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Spring Fling HQ coming to you from Murfreesboro at Sportscom. A lot of action going on and a lot of pressure on teams today. It is an elimination game. We're going to go do a complete whip around on our scoreboard as this hour of coverage is brought to you by our good friends at Zaxby's. We'll be telling you about them a little bit more as we continue along. Right now, let's go through the baseball scores as they stand at the moment. In Class 1A, top of the third at Eagleville, the homestanding Eagleville Eagles leading University School of Johnson City 1-0. Also in 1A at Wilson Central, Coalfield and McKenzie, no score. That game was scheduled for 12:30. It is just about to get underway. A little bit of a late start there. In Class 2A at Riverdale, bottom of the second, no score between Huntington and White House Heritage. And also in 2A, this game being played at Stewart's Creek, bottom of the second, no score, Liberty Creek and Lakeland Prep. That moves us to Class 3A. At Blackman, Munford and White House. Munford with a 3-0 lead on White House in the bottom of inning number 2. Also in 3A, game played at Smyrna, Upperman and Greenville. Top of the second, Upperman, the Bees with a 2-0 lead on the Green Devils of Greenville High School. And also now in Class 4A, Clarksville and Green Hill are playing at Oakland. It is a 5-0 Clarksville Wildcat lead over Green Hill in that one. Also in 4A, top of the fourth inning, it is Farragut and Siegel playing at Siegel, and no score in that one. That is a winner's bracket game there. Division II, Class A, at MTCS, bottom of the first inning, no score with Clarksville Academy and Columbia Academy. Columbia Academy, the defending champions in that division. And in the bottom of the second in Division II, Class 2A, over at Providence Christian Academy, CPA leading Lipscomb Academy by a score of 4-0. That takes us to softball for our whip around there. We'll top of the seventh in Class A. Brewston Hollow Rock on the verge of defeating Gordonsville. They just added a run to go up 12-4 on Gordonsville in the top of inning number 7. Also now in the bottom of the seventh inning, McNary Central trying to come back on DeKalb County. Close one there in this game in 1A. It is DeKalb County with an 8-7 lead on McNary Central. That is in the bottom of the seventh inning. In Class 3A, bottom of the sixth inning, it is Gibbs leading Creekwood 1-0 in a pitcher's duel. Top of the seventh inning, right out our window, Green Hill has opened up a 12-run lead on Stewart's Creek. They now lead that game 14-2. They've now scored 29 runs against Stewart's Creek in 2 days. And also top of the third in Division II Class A, that championship game, Silverdale has taken a 1-0 lead on DCA. If Silverdale wins that game, there would be an if game immediately afterwards. And a final is in Class 4A. McKnight Park, Walker Valley has defeated Page by a score of 10-8. And Dan, you have details on that matchup.
Yes, the winning pitcher was Presswood, 9 strikeouts in the ball game for her. Home runs, 2 of them by Davenport, 1 by Thomas, and 3 home runs by Page. Callahan for Page hit 1. Johnson had 2. And again, Walker Valley advances to the championship game. That's at 12:30 tomorrow at MTSU. Eagleville is also headed there. They have an 11-1 win over Joe Burns. Winning pitcher was Davenport. Home runs by Bain of Eagleville. She went 3 for 4. And Davenport for Joe Burns also hit a home run. Again, the final score in there, Eagleville 11, Joe Burns 1. So 2A is set for the championship. Game scheduled for 5:30. Liberty Creek and Alcoa is in that one. And then we've got Walker Valley in Class 4A, already advancing to the championship, and in Class 1A, Eagleville. And I'm glancing at the board now. That's all I see.
Yep, and no other finals have popped up on our board right now, so that gets us up to date for right now on softball. Thank you much, Dan.
Thank you.
All right, we have girls team or Division 1 Class 2A team track championship information. We gave you the Class A winners last hour, and the AA girls championship goes to Signal Mountain. They win it with 80 total points. James Lawson is second with 67 points. Tennessee High School out of Bristol, 63 points. Martin Luther King with 58, and Station Camp finishes 5th with 57.5 points. Division 1 AA boys track champions, the Green Devils of Greenville, 82 points for Greenville. Millington Central finishes second with 72 points. Alcoa is third with 45. Fairview finishes fourth with 44. And Signal Mountain, who won the girls' championship, finishes fifth in the boys' championship with a total of 42 points. So that is what we have on those finals. Again, AAA track going on today. Right now, events that are taking place at MTSU are the girls and boys, girls pole vault, boys high jump, and getting underway in 20 minutes will be the unified long jump and unified shot put. The running events will begin today at 4 p.m. in Class AAA. So there you have it, an update of where we stand, and letting you know that this hour of Spring Fling HQ is brought to you by Zaxby's. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby does, with their new giant quesadillas coming in 2 delicious flavors, chicken bacon ranch and chicken fajita. Stop by one of their 4 locations in Murfreesboro during Spring Fling to give them a try. We will step aside in our coverage of the 32nd Spring Fling from TSSAA. You're listening to Spring Fling HQ on the TSSAA network.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all, hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
Bee, oh, busy bee.
Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy bee, oh,
Now I'm ready, guys.
Call 775-7833.
Custom Stone Handlers supplies over 600 distributors and suppliers with quality stone products. Along with Riverstone, we produce and distribute over 100 building, landscape, and other bulk products. Our goal is to provide quality products, service, and partnerships to ensure our customers' success. We firmly believe the measure of any person or company is how you treat other people and customers. Give them a call at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStoneHandlers.com.
If you want the latest in weather conditions, be sure to tune in to our Busy Bee Plumbing Weather Report each weekday on Mornings on Main Street. Brought to you, of course, by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. We will keep you updated on the latest conditions outside, like severe weather, heat, snow, rain, and even hail.
Today's student athletes are truly special, but there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games too, like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all, we need more qualified high school officials here in Tennessee. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ref. Yeah.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Stay tuned for more live coverage on Spring Fling HQ. Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 1 minute.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Tennessee. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back into our coverage of Spring Fling HQ. Chip Walters with you. Right outside our window, we just saw the completion of the Green Hill Stewart's Creek softball game. Green Hill wins it by a score of 14-2 to eliminate the Red Hawks of Stewart's Creek, and Green Hill was their kryptonite this year at Spring Fling. As we mentioned, it's still lunchtime, and this hour of coverage is brought to you by our good friends at Zaxby's. Well, it's great to be able to talk with some of our corporate partners during Spring Fling week, and one of the great partners that kind of keeps the engine fueled for a lot of our student athletes who are in town this week is Zaxby's. And they have great food, great chicken tenders, and all the things that go along with that. And Kenzie Lahue with the local franchisee of Zaxby's here in Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. Joined us in Kinsey. It is you're one of those ladies who loves to bounce around from place to place and make customers happy, right?
I most definitely am. I do stuff in every single store that we have, and we do a lot of on the ground footwork out in the community. So you see me a little bit of everywhere.
Well, that's a good thing. That is a good thing for sure. Let's talk a little bit about Zaxby's for folks. I mean, and they're most in, you guys are across the state, and now with teams and schools coming in from everywhere, from Upper East Tennessee to far West Tennessee, whether it's softball, baseball, track teams, tennis, you name it, soccer. All these coaches are looking for an affordable way to feed their teams, and fans are also, they're scrambling around looking for places to eat. And the way that the Zaxby's stores in Murfreesboro are, you're not very far away from any of the locations in Murfreesboro.
Yep, all of our stores are within 10 miles of each other, and we pretty much have one on every single side of town. So we have one over on Fortress Boulevard, and then we have one on Church Street, kind of near Riverdale, and then we have one on Old Fort Parkway right across from the tennis courts, and then we have one over on Rutherford Boulevard right beside MTSU. So pretty much wherever you are, there is a Zaxby's right near you.
Now, talk about feeding teams and coaches who need to order larger orders. How do they go about doing that?
Yeah, for sure. So we have a couple different options. We have options that can benefit everybody. Our most popular option is box lunches. So they are going to come with your entree, whether it be chicken sandwiches or tenders or wings, whatever your choice is. And then it's going to come with like Lay's chips on the side. You could do coleslaw. You could do cookies. You can do a lot of different options for sides. And those are more of like the team aspect. Like everybody can kind of customize their own. Or we have like platter options, which are going to be your bulk feeding. If you're like, everybody's going to want chicken tenders and nibblers, we have platters that you could do for those. That would bulk feed as many people as you need. You can call the store and place those, or if you're through TSSAA, Courtney does a really great job organizing those and sending them back to us. Or you can even order online through our app.
Yep. So Courtney Burnett's with TSSAA. If you're a coach, you know how to get in touch with Courtney wherever you might be around the county, and she can help you get your group order in. All right. It is no secret that the chicken tenders are the base of what you guys do. And why are yours the best?
Yes, I think our chicken tenders are phenomenal. And then we're also super into bringing other new and awesome promos in. Right now we have quesadillas, giant quesadillas, and they are a huge hit. We have a chicken bacon ranch option. And then we also have a chicken fajita option featuring our Southwest Ranch that was on our salad not too long ago. And it has been a hit. They are really into it. They're only going to be here until about the end of July. So I would definitely come and get one. We also are doing milkshakes right now. They're going to be added to our menu permanently, the milkshakes are, which are a fan favorite that are brought back from many, many moons ago, back in like 2017 when we had those. They're made a little differently now. They're still hand spun, but we have more options. So we have our vanilla, strawberry chocolate, and then our fan favorite, our birthday cake. And actually, next Monday,
or Monday during Spring Fling, yes.
During Spring Fling, the 19th, all the way to June 1st, we're having half price milkshakes, and that's going to be in store, online, third party. So it's going to be a really great option for people that are wanting a little sweet treat with their team.
Well, and also chances are we're going to have some hot weather during Spring Fling, so a great way to stay cool. Now, I saw a photo of the quesadilla yesterday. And I'm thinking when I saw it, I said, that looks like two. Is what I saw correct? Is that all one?
Yep, that is all one. They're pretty big. They're like a giant full-size quesadilla. We cut them into 3 parts. We place them in that box for you, and you're rocking and rolling with a really great product.
Now it's there are two main flavors. There's kind of the plain that's got chicken and cheese and all that. Then there's a chicken bacon ranch version as well, right?
Yep. So there is the chicken bacon ranch, which is our chicken tenders. You can do them grilled if you want, though. But our default is chicken tenders, some bacon slices, and our regular ranch dressing. And then we also have the chicken fajito, which has got our onion and pepper mix, Southwest dressing, and again, those same chicken tenders.
All right, and also that really caught my attention when they sent me. I saw that the other day. We talked about milkshakes, and also one of the other things you talked about the app, and I've got the app on my phone. It's easy. I live within a mile or two of your Rutherford Boulevard location. I can put in my order, jump in the car, go down there, and it's ready to go. And with that, there are Zach's rewards if you have the app and are making orders through that, correct?
Yeah, 100%. So our Zaxby's app is a fantastic way to be hassle-free in the store. You can order online and customize everything just like you would if you were ordering in store. But you can order for drive-through pickup, dine-in pickup, or now all of our stores in the Murfreesboro location have curbsides. So you don't even have to get out of the car. You can click that you're there, and a team member will bring it right out to you. And then we have really great rewards on there. There are customizable things that are like personalized to the person based on your historical order history. There's also birthday redemption stuff. And then now we're even doing like online exclusives. So somebody that has the app may be getting a deal that you can't redeem in store.
Yep, and that's one of the great things about that is you do get those little nuggets that not everybody gets. Like it's kind of an exclusive, and that's pretty cool. So during Spring Fling Week, again, to recap, if you're a team, contact Courtney Brunette. You have her number, or contact us at the at Spring Fling HQ, and we can get you in touch with Zaxby's for your team order. You can also order it right through the app or call a store directly, and there are 3 of them near many of the venues in Murfreesboro. Do not forget the brand new, I think you should have called them the quesadillas, since we have the salads, but quesadillas that are now on the menu. And for the whole week of Spring Fling, milkshakes are going to be half price. And so that's kind of big news.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Kenzie, thank you so much. I know you're going to be running and being busy all week, and we hope that everybody enjoys their time in Murfreesboro. Great hospitality from the folks at Zaxby's, and we appreciate everything you guys do with TSSAA.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chip.
All right, our friends at Zaxby's invite you to come by and get a little late lunch today with everything that they have on their menu. We have 3 softball games that have gone final in the last 15 minutes. We can we mentioned going into that interview that Green Hill defeated Stewart's Creek by the score of 14-2. What that does in Class 4A is that it puts Green Hill in the championship game against Walker Valley. So no if games needed there. It'll be one game tomorrow at 12:30 at MTSU with Green Hill taking on Walker Valley for the 4A championship. We also now have everything settled in Class 3A, and that is because DeKalb County has defeated McNary Central by a score of 8-7. And also Gibbs has defeated Creekwood by a score of 1-0. So DeKalb County and Gibbs both come through the winner's bracket on either side of the 3A bracket, and they are now set for tomorrow's championship games in Class 3A. That will be at 10 a.m. tomorrow at MTSU on the field there. Well, at MTSU right now, in the Division II Class A championship game, Silverdale has taken a 2-0 lead over DCA. If Silverdale wins, there will be a second championship game, but if DCA can come back, they can win the whole thing with that. One other game that's going on right now, we'll have another wave of games coming up just in a bit. But bottom of the 7th inning, it's Starplex. Hollow Rock Brewston is leading Gordonsville. This is in Class 1A, and Hollow Rock Brewston leading by a score of 12-5. The winner of that game will, if Hollow Rock Brewston wins, there would be a second game at 2:00 at McKnight Field number 1. If Gordonsville can mount a comeback, there would not need to be an if game, because on the bottom side of the bracket, Eagleville has defeated Joe Burns today by a score of 11-1, and Eagleville has moved into the championship round tomorrow at 3:00. That will be at MTSU. So right now it is looking like Brewston Hollow Rock, if they can get a couple of more outs here against Gordonsville, they will turn around and play again at 2:00 at McKnight Field number 1. They're currently at Starplex Field number 1, so they'll have to come right back along the runway of the Murfreesboro Airport from one end of it to the other, and from the south end of the runway to the north end of the runway, and set up shop for a 2:00 game back on McKnight Field number 1. And kind of stalling here, thinking that game might go final. They are in the bottom of the 7th inning, and Gordonsville is trailing by 7. So it looks like probably by the time we get back from our next break, we will know exactly how that is going to play out. It is the bottom of the hour. Time for us to take a break, and it reminds you that you're listening to coverage of the 32nd Spring Fling from TSSAA. This is Spring Fling HQ on the TSSAA network.
Being in Tennessee, we wanted to try to keep it as local as possible, so we have an entire section of our menu that is just dedicated to local whiskeys like Uncle Nearest, Jack Daniels, of course, George Dickel, Nelson Brothers, Greenbrier whiskey, and all of our taps are all local. From 2:00 until midnight, we've got food every day for you guys. A good handful of appetizers, some entrees, and a couple salads and things like that. My name is Ethan Kanata. Please come down and see us at the Pick Lobby Bar here at the Omni in Nashville.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Stay tuned for more live coverage on Spring Fling HQ.
Let's be real. The odds of a high school athlete getting a college scholarship and making it to the pros are pretty slim. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to dream of becoming a pro athlete, even a famous one. But that's not why I play. My reason why? I love the competition.
My reason why is community.
My reason why is leadership.
My reason why is to challenge myself.
My reason why is love for the game.
And hey, if we don't make it to the pros or onto the cover of Sports Illustrated, that's okay. Because there's every reason to believe we'll excel in something even bigger than sports. We'll excel in life.
There are lots of great reasons to play high school sports. Tell us your reason using the hashtag #MyReasonWhy.
This message presented by the NFHS and the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association.
Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 1 minute.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Tennessee did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Spring Fling HQ on the TSSAA network, coming to you from our headquarters at Sportscom here in Murfreesboro, and a lot of the softball is getting concluded for the day. Not many have come out of the losers bracket. Hollow Rock Brewston did. They're playing. They just defeated Gordonsville. That game went final, so they'll turn around and play an if game at 2:00. Everything else is setting up for championship games. So not many if games at all. The Division II Class A game. So now the Hollow Rock Gordonsville game is going to be 3:00 now instead of 2. So they've moved that back an hour, let them have just a little bit of rest. Silverdale and DCA, there's been a change in the score there. DCA has put 3 runs on the board, and they now lead Silverdale by a score of 3-2 in the top of the 5th inning in the Division II Class A championship game. And if DCA can hold the lead, it'll be over. If Silverdale wins, there would be an if game an hour or so afterwards. But that was a big change. Silverdale had a 2-0 lead. Now DCA has come back to take a 3-2 lead. We're going to get a full update on where all the baseball stands right now. And David Lambert has all of that for us.
Yeah, Chip. Let's start with what's on the scoreboards right now. In the bottom of the 4th, Eagleville at Eagleville. In 1A action, Eagleville leads University School of Johnson City 3-0, and the winner of that game, of course, that's the winner's bracket. They will advance. The loser of that will play East Robertson at 5:00 at Eagleville. So the loser of that will move into the loser's bracket. In the other game in 1A, top 3rd inning at Wilson Central, Coalfield is leading McKenzie by a score of 3-0. The loser of that game will play Bradford at Wilson Central starting at 5:00. And then of course those games will then proceed on through the brackets. In 2A at Riverdale in the bottom of the 5th, Huntington and White House Heritage are 0-0 at the moment. The loser of that game will play at 5 o'clock at Riverdale. Bottom of the 4th at Stewart's Creek in 2A, Liberty Creek leads Lakeland Prep 1-0. That is in the bottom of the 4th. The loser of that game will play Forest at Stewart's Creek at 5 o'clock this afternoon to advance. In the top of the 5th in 3A action over in Blackman, Munford is ahead of White House 4-1, and Munford has taken that lead early in this ball game, but not much change in the scoring here in the last inning or two. The loser of that game will take on defending champion Tullahoma at 5 o'clock. That will be in Blackman. Top of the 4th inning, Greenville and Upperman are in a close game. Greenville leads now 3-2 in the top of the 4th, and the loser of that game will take on South Gibson in Smyrna, and that will be at 5 o'clock. Top of the 3rd in 4A, Oakland is at Oakland. Clarksville is blanking Green Hill right now, 8-0 in the top of the 3rd inning, and the loser of that game will take on Oak Ridge in Oakland at 5 o'clock. Bottom of the 5th and 4A actions at Siegel, 0-0, scoreless tie right now between Farragut and Siegel. The loser of that game will play Rossview at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Bottom of the 3rd in Division II Single A, Columbia Academy has scored against Clarksville Academy. They lead 1-0. And the loser of that game will play at MTCS at 5 o'clock against Knoxville Grace Academy. And the last one, top of the 4th, Division II AA at PCA. CPA is blanking Lipscomb Academy so far, 5-0. The loser of that will take on Briarcrest. I believe they're the defending champion there, but that game will take place at 5 o'clock at PCA.
Yes, so where we stand now is with baseball. Again, the weather we had on Tuesday moved everything back a day on the baseball schedule, which meant it did not start. We didn't have a baseball game until 4 o'clock yesterday, and all of a sudden we're talking about teams that are in the championship round.
That's right.
Already. They have played it out very quickly, and the one thing that has changed for first of all, Division II championship games will be played as originally scheduled at MTSU tomorrow.
Right.
And we know that. The Division I games, Class A, 2A, 3A, 4A, that were scheduled all to be played at MTSU on Saturday, staggered from at 10, 1, 4, and 7. That has now changed because of predicted weather that will be coming in on Saturday. The TSSAA staff took a really close look at that and said, it would be prudent to move all of those as early as possible. And now all of those 4 championship games are going to be played at the same time on Saturday morning. That will be at 11 a.m. And here's the sites for Saturday baseball. Class 1A will be at Middle Tennessee Christian School. Class 2A will play theirs at Riverdale. Class 3A will move to Siegel High School, and Class 4A will play their championship game at Oakland High School. And again, all of those games will get underway at 11 a.m., and all 4 of those games will be streamed on the NFHS network. And if you have that NFHS network pass, you can go on and toggle between championship games. The TSSAA the staff did, tried to wait as long as possible to determine to get as much solid information as possible on the weather for Saturday. So right now it looks like some weather is going to come in that afternoon and evening. So why not push, those games up early instead of playing them all at one site and taking from, we would start at 10 a.m. and wouldn't get done till at least 9 o'clock Saturday night. Now, everything is going to be done by 1:30 or 2 o'clock, because in all 4 of those classes, it is a one-game winner-take-all championship. There's no if games involved. So that's where we stand on baseball. And again, we've watched the scores come in, and we're going to have some games tonight. But on the softball side of things, it's starting to get light. Those extra games that we were able to play yesterday morning in Smyrna got softball back on track in a very quick fashion, and now we've got all but one championship game has been set.
Yeah, and when you think about it, this whole week has been one of compression. Everything has sort of been moved and rescheduled and compressed, and so it makes sense to do that Saturday the way it's being adjusted to, and people should pay attention to the schedules online.
Yep, they should. And TSSAsports.com is where you can find all of that information. And speaking of information, we'll get some here as we step aside for a commercial break. Back to Sportscom after this, as you listen to Spring Fling HQ on the TSSAA network.
Hey, let's go Strokes.
People are amazed at the variety and quality of guests we bring into Main Street Sports today. But when you've been in this business for nearly 40 years and you never throw away a phone number, it's pretty easy. Right, Wade?
Absolutely. And Wynn agrees with me. Check out some of our guests featured on Main Street Sports today.
Step back and catch my breath. But I expect nothing less from you, big boy. Let's get going.
We make it work pretty good. So
the fans are tremendous. It's fantastic.
It was really amazing.
performance shoot. Yeah.
From preps to pros, you never know who's going to stop by, so be sure to listen to and watch Main Street Sports today from 2 to 4 p.m. daily on the MSM TV app.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Tennessee. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the TSSAA.
Get ready, race fans. NASCAR is back in Music City with a new name, the Cracker Barrel 400. Guitars, fast cars, and the comfort of Cracker Barrel's country hospitality. May 30th through June 1st. The action kicks off Friday night at Nashville Super Speedway with the Rackley Roofing 200. Then the Tennessee Lottery 250 on Saturday. And Sunday night, NASCAR's top stars under the lights in the Cracker Barrel 400. Get your tickets now at NashvilleSuperspeedway.com.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Uh-huh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Tennessee who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Spring Fling HQ is in a local station break and will return in 1 minute.
Question: when you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Tennessee, who do you meet? Answer: men and women who play high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question: so where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer: high school sports.
This message presented by the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association and the Tennessee Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back into Spring Fling HQ here in the 1 o'clock hour as we've had a lot of softball has been completed today, and we can give you one other update right now. The game that is going on, we're keeping a close eye on, and that is in the bottom of the 5th inning. It is DCA leading Silverdale in the championship round of Division II Class A over at MTSU. And if DCA holds on to win that, then there will be no further action in that. If Silverdale comes back, there would be an if game, but right now we're watching that. Brewston, Hollow Rock, and Gordonsville completed. Hollow Rock, Brewston coming out of the losers bracket, meaning they will play again at 3 o'clock over at McKnight Park. And it's amazing looking out our window at McKnight Park. 15 minutes ago, there were thousands of people out here watching 4 softball games. Now there's one guy out there lining off a field. So it ended that quickly on the McKnight fields, but there is one more game that will be played over there today. We've got some tennis information for you coming out of the Adams Tennis Complex at Old Fort Park here in Murfreesboro. And this will be in singles and doubles. And first of all, in doubles actions, it was Gavin Olson and Brady Weems defeating of University School of Johnson City, defeating Matt Bain and Boone Elrod of Cannon County by a score of 2-1. That was in the first round of doubles competition. In the next match, Merrill Hyde facing Milan, and it was Declan Cleary of Merrill Hyde along with Lars Bloomquist. Bloomquist is an 8th grader. They shut out Milan's Colton Todd and Alexis Zarate by a score of 2-0 to advance into the second round against Olson and Weems of University School. Also in Class A boys doubles, it was Neil Childress and Logan Trussell of Moore County facing Owen Burke and Malhar Rathod of CSAS, and it was Childress and Trussell of Moore County winning 2-0, while the final match had Patrick Lewis and Marcus Belinsky of Scotts Hill, both seniors, facing Bryson Ryden and Landon McInturf of McMinn Central. It was the combination of Lewis and Belinsky winning 2-0 to advance against Trussell and Childress of Moore County in the semifinals. So the semifinals are set. Those are set to get underway in about 10 minutes, with the championship match coming tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the Adams Tennis Complex. That is in Class A boys. Division II Class A girls doubles. You had Avi Gura and Alessandra Young of Lausanne defeating Isabella Kofer and Caroline Hilton of Silverdale by a score of 2-0. It was Brooke Franklin and Shelby Franklin of Franklin Road Academy, a lot of Franklins involved in that, winning over Carner Reagan and Shelby Callahan of ECS 1-0. So the Franklin sisters will take on Gora and Young Young of Lausanne today at 3 o'clock at the Adams Tennis Complex in those semifinals. Bottom half of that bracket had CC McClellan of BGA and Elizabeth Sobolski of BGA, a 12th grader and a 10th grader, defeating Maya Jose of King's Academy and Adriana Hill of King's Academy, both sophomores, 2-1. So McClellan and Sobolski of BGA will take on the winner of Webb School and Harding Academy. It is Jalika Bone and Aisha Hossam of Webb School winning over Emily Heichel and Julianne Allen of Harding Academy by a score of 2-0. So the semifinal there will have McClellan and Sobolski of BGA against Bona and Hossam of Webb School. That comes up at 3 o'clock today at the Adams Tennis Complex. Class A girls singles bracket got underway today at noon, and it was Ellie Lane of Kingston High School defeating Lola Chapel of Watertown 2-0 to advance against Logan Foster of Merrill Hyde. Foster was a 2-0 winner over Elizabeth Woody of Obion County. In the bottom half of that bracket, you have going on right now Jenna Crowell of Lakeland Prep and Evie Clark of Gatlinburg Pittman. They're still battling it out. The winner of that match will face Ananya Paniker of Signal Mountain. She was a 2-0 winner over Millie Emerson of Summertown, and a 2-0 win there puts Ananya Paniker in the semifinals, scheduled for 4 o'clock today at the Adams Tennis Complex. And again, she'll face the winner of Cowell and Clark in that one. Division II Class A boys singles tennis championships. It is Jack Veazey of Jackson Christian, a junior, knocking off 9th grader Tate Campbell of CAK 2-0 to advance to the semifinals. Veazey will take on David Feng of Lausanne. He is a 2-0 winner over 8th grader Max Parker of University School of Nashville. So Fang and Veazey will play. They are underway right now. As a matter of fact, that match is underway. Also, the other semifinal is underway. We'll tell you who's in that. Noah Bailey of Providence Academy here in Murfreesboro, a 9th grader, defeated Ben Helton of Middle Tennessee Christian by a score of 2-0, and Bailey advances to take on Sathvik Nath of Lausanne, who was a 2-0 winner over Jace Jennings of Nashville Christian. And again, they are already underway, Noah Bailey and Sathvik Nath. And the winner of those two semifinals will play tomorrow for the championship at 9 a.m. out at the Adams Tennis Complex. So that is where we stand on tennis. We will let's give that a break. We'll do that after the top of the hour, but we can let you know that today's coverage is brought to you in part by our friends at Zaxby's. This hour of coverage was brought to you by Zaxby's. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's does, with their giant quesadillas coming in 2 delicious flavors, chicken bacon ranch and chicken fajita. Stop by one of their 4 locations in Murfreesboro during Spring Fling to give them a try. So we are coming to you from Sportscom here in Murfreesboro. Action continuing, softball getting to a close today as the state championship games tomorrow have been set. Division II championship going on right now. After our top of the hour break, we'll get you up to date on what's going on there. And that's all here on the TSSAA network.